leaves are falling all around. Time I was on my way. Thanks to you, I'm much obliged for such a pleasant stay. But now it's time for me to go. The autumn moonlight's my way. But now I smell the rain, and with it pain, and it's heading my way.
Hey VC, it's Jeff here. Thanks for joining me today. Or should I say BC, as the Joeman would say, Naman. How you doing, buddy? BC standing for Bonsai Community, because today is a bonsai update. It's been 2 years since I planted my Redwood bonsai with the multiple trees in it. The Coast Redwoods have been doing very well. Just recently I did an experiment with the giant sequoia that I took a clipping from. This tree here, it is doing quite well. Remember, this was just a lower branch that I took out. It took about, I'd say 4 to 5 months just for it to root, but it did root and it did not miss a beat from water right to soil. It did a fantastic job taking root and hold of this bonsai, and it is doing very well. You can see all the new green growth on it. It is growing. It will be a monster in just a few hundred short years. So yeah, sadly, none of us will be around to see that one. That'll be an update for somebody else to do. But yeah, this isn't going to be the update. I just wanted to show you the progress on this one, since I've been doing the other one anyway. But the Coast Redwood is the one that we are going to update. And that one also has been doing really, really well. As you can tell, it's almost a very thick, lush forest. And it is 2 years, December 1st, 2017. But 2 years came now, and we need to address one thing that is usually forgotten about because we don't see it, and that is the roots. I'll meet you guys in the back room as we take this apart. Okay, we're back in the workshop, and I have this little basin here which I'm going to soak once I pull all the rocks out of the container here, and I'll remove everything that I'm not going to be using to soak these trees. Now what I want to do is I'm going to actually submerge this whole container, trees and all, down into the water, and that'll help loosen up the soil and the roots and break that bond that's in there. Okay, we have loosened up the roots. You can see there is quite a bit there, but it is just coming out real easy. We basically turn the soil to mud, which releases the roots a whole lot easier than just pulling them out. And there it is. There's the container. There's our trees. And the only thing I have to do now is rinse all this dirt out of here and find out where the roots are. I'm going to change the water, throw that outside. I'll put some fresh water in and soak these guys right back in again. Here is the entire root system of the 3 Coast Redwoods. So they are untangled fairly decently, but this is what you need to address after a couple of years, and the longer you wait, the worse it would be to try and separate them. So a lot of nice roots on them, and I don't think we're going to have any issues with these putting them back into the container. The Coast Redwoods now are untangled from each other, and I did not lose too much roots doing it. It was only, somewhat around here, which isn't too bad out of 3 of them so far, but I am going to cut them back, so we are going to be losing a lot of these roots just to make them fit back into the container. But here's one of them, and you can see they do go on and on and on and on, and the water actually helps to separate them. So I'm going to trim these back after I let them soak for a little bit, and then after I cut them, I'm going to let them soak for about another hour, and then I'm going to be ready to put them back into the pot. So here's one. This is the smaller one, but look at the roots that were on this one here. This one actually has a few sprouts coming up from the roots already, from the base. But look at how impressive this root system is, just to be in that little bit of a container and still grow that long. And they just go and go and go and go and go, and here we go. So that's just one, and look at how long that is, and that's only after 2 years. So that's why I said the importance of removing these. And you might actually, with these roots growing as fast as they are, I may even cut that back and do them every year now. Or you need to freshen up the soil anyway. So let's take a look at the roots on the third one. And this was another small one, and the roots are still quite impressive for it. So yep, we're going to let them soak about an hour. Come back, I'll cut the roots and let them soak another hour. So it's been about an hour since these have been soaking. The meantime, while they were, I was cleaning up the pot. So I got that all cleaned off. The rocks, they are all ready to go. So yeah, there's stuff to do while those are soaking. So it's going to be time to cut down some of the roots. Here we go. Just take one at a time and take a, I think right about there will be fine. And we are going to put that back in. As you can see, there is still a lot of roots still on it to be able to put back into the dirt. In fact, I might take this guy down a little bit further. And this one also. Okay, they are going to soak now for another hour, maybe more, and start getting them back into the pot. Okay, so I've changed the water. I put in fresh water now. I cleaned out all the old roots. They are going to soak now, and I'm going to go grab myself a beer. All right, it's actually been over another hour, so we're ready to go back into the pot, which I do have a thin layer of soil already in, moistened, ready to go. Okay, so basically all I'm going to do is just put them back where they were, spread out the roots, put the bigger one in the center and the two smaller ones on either side, and cover it with dirt and wet it up as I go, and keep packing the soil around the roots with dirt, water, until I can't get any more soil in, leaving a little bit of room at the top for some gravel. All the trees are in. We'll just have them separated. I will probably take care of some of these longer limbs that are protruding way over the bonsai container. Right now I'm going to just put the gravel in that I cleaned out earlier and spread that out. That'll help stabilize the trees till they actually take root again. So now I think all we're going to do is trim back a few of these longer limbs. Okay, so that was the entire process. Everything went well. I was happy with the way they came apart. Everything is looking good and back to original. We do now have room for these 3 Coast Redwoods to get more roots while the upper part continues to grow. They are still nice and full, even though I cut them back a little bit. Trimming is part of it, both upper and lower. You can't forget about the roots. Once those roots start getting root bound, don't forget that we do now have 3 Coast Redwoods in one small container, and they are going to need some attention from time to time. And with 3 of them, it is going to fill up 3 times as fast as just having the 1 Coast Redwood in there. So that is it. I'm happy with the process. Everything turned out fine, and I will keep you guys updated on how this went. Usually I do like a 6-month update on everything, and I'll probably know by then. So that's it. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Appreciate it. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
I smell the rain, and with it came, and it's heading my way. Sometimes I grow so tired.